Hello everyone, today we will be learning about how to blink LED on Arduino Nano using the Morse code. Now coming on to the components required, we have Arduino Nano 33 IoT, push button and micro USB cable. And for the software part we use Arduino IDE software. Now coming on to the circuit diagram, as you can see, one part of the jumper wire is connected to D2 and the other is connected to ground. Now let's take a look on the setup of the circuit. We have first installed the push button to the breadboard, as you can see in the video, and now we have connected one of the jumper wire to the ground pin of the Arduino, and the other jumper wire is connected to the D2 of the Arduino Nano respectively. Now further, these jumper wires are connected to the push button on our breadboard. Now at last we are establishing the connection of Arduino device with our laptop using the micro USB cable. Now, as we are done with our connections, we will start with our coding part. For that, we will need to install the software, that is Arduino IDE. I have already installed the Arduino IDE software. Now let's dive into the software. After opening the software, you will first have a look on the two procedures, that are void setup and void loop. In the void setup procedure, we put the code that is to be run once, and in the void loop, we put our main code that is to be run repeatedly. And we will need to select our board. For this, you have to select this option, and it automatically detects your Arduino device, that is Arduino Nano. If it's not detecting your device, you will have to select the board and you can select your device. I am already done with the coding part, so now we will start by going through the different sections of the code, explaining their purpose along the way. The comments at the beginning of the sketch provides information about the code, such as its purpose and author. This helps anyone reading the code understand it better. Next, we have some important variable declarations. These are like containers that hold values we will use throughout the code. The dot duration and dash duration variables determine how long the LED will blink for a dot and a dash in Morse code. The LED pin variable tells the Arduino which pin is the LED is connected to. In our case, it's pin 13. The current index variable is essential. It keeps track of the current character we are processing in the name. Similarly, we have the button pin variable, which specifies the pin where the button is connected. And my name holds the name we want to blink in Morse code. You can change this to your name or any text you would like. Finally, the is blinking variable is a black flag that helps control when the LED blinks. The setup function is where we initialize things that only need to happen once when the Arduino starts up. In this setup, we set the LED pin as an output and the button pin as an input with a pull-up resistor. The attach interrupt function tells the Arduino to run the start blinking function when the button is pressed. And we start serial communication for debugging with the serial.begin 9600. Now we have the start blinking procedure. In this, we declared the is blinking to true and current index set up to 0. Now let's move on to the loop function. This function runs repeatedly once the setup is done. Here we check if is blinking is true. If it is, we start blinking the name in Morse code using the blink name function. Inside the blink name function, we loop through each character of the name and blink its Morse code representation using the blink character function. The blink character function takes care of blinking dots and dashes based on the character passed to it. Using a switch case statement, we map each character to its Morse code patterns. And there you have it. We have covered the main parts of the code that control our Morse code blinker. In the next part, we will see this code in action as we upload it to the Arduino Nano IoT and test our project. So stay tuned.